Hello friends, we are in the module number 3 and in this session we will be discussing about the construction and working of a solar cell or photovoltaic cells. So here when we come to the construction and working of the photovoltaic cells, it will be containing a PN junction. Okay, before that you know about the semiconductors, I think. Okay, because semiconductors are used in a PV cells. Okay, what are these semiconductors? These semiconductors are the one, okay, which are in the intermediate between the very good conductors and insulators, right? And the semiconductors are the prime materials which are used in solar cells. Okay, and these materials they exhibit very low conductivity at room temperatures. However, they will become conductive at high temperatures or when impurities elements are added. The process of adding the impurity element is called as a doping. Okay, and here when we say doping, there are two types of doping are there. Okay, the first one is N type of doping. Okay, in the N type of doping, the pentavalent elements, okay, like the we can say the elements which contain 5 valence electrons, like arsenic, phosphorus, okay, etc. are used here. Okay, out of the 5 electrons, 4 electrons will be forming bonds with the 4 electrons of the silicon. Okay, so there is a 1 electron excess here in the case of a N type doping. Coming to the P type doping, here in the case of a P type doping, what happens? The silicon will be doped with the trivalent elements. Okay, trivalent elements like boron, for example. Okay, trivalent elements like boron. Okay, so here in this case there will be one whole excess will be there, and then next step involved here is making of the PN junction. All these things you should have studied in electronics, okay, or in a previous classes. Just I am telling about the outline. Okay, I think you're all aware about this general things, right? And making of the PN junction. Okay, the semiconductor diodes are having both P and N type regions in a single crystal semiconductor. Okay, how it is made? It is manufactured by a careful doping of a N type and a P type dopant, right? Either the N type semiconductor is diffused in that P type semiconductor is added, or P type semiconductor is completely it is melted in that N type conductor is added. Okay, so this process is called as a making of the PN junctions. Okay, and coming to the construction and working of the PV cells, here the principle involved here is the movement of the electrons happens when the solar radiation, that is the sunlight energy from sunlight is striking the surface of the metal surface. Okay, what happens here? There will be a movement of electron and hole pairs through the external circuit in the opposite direction of the conventional current. Okay, and when these two terminals are connected to the conducting device like a battery, the energy starts storing there. Okay, so here the PV cell consists of two electrical contacts will be there. One is a metal grid at the top of the solar cell, and the second one is a metal layer. Okay, metal layer like any metal like silver metal will be coated on the back side of the solar cells. Okay, an anti-reflective layer will be there, which is made up of either silicon nitride or titanium oxide, which is coated between the metal grids. Okay, which is to prevent the reflection of the solar light. Okay, when the solar light sunlight and their photons carrying the energy falls in the PN junction, electron hole pairs are generated. Okay, when some energy is falling on a PN junction, electron hole pairs are generated. Okay, let us see the diagram of it first. See, this is the solar cell diagram. There will be a metal grid at the top of the solar cell, and at the bottom of the solar cell there will be a metal layer will be there. Okay, which may be like silver like metal will be coated here on the back side of the solar cells. These two ends, the metal grid and the metal layer, will be connected, okay, to a conducting device like a battery. Fine, and here the PN junction will be there at the center. Okay, the top region is called as a N type region, and the bottom region will be called as a P type region. Okay, and there will be a anti-reflective layer which makes more and more sunlight to fall on the PN junction. Fine. This is about the diagram. Very simple. At the center, PN junction will be there. Top region is called as N-type region, and the bottom region is called as a P-type region. There will be two metal contacts will be there. There is a metal grid at the top of the solar cell, and then one more the metal layer which is coated on the back side of the solar cell. These two terminals are connected to a conducting device like a battery, and there will be a presence of a anti-reflective layer. Okay, this is about the diagram. Now let us see how it works. Here on the PN junction, when some amount of the energy, solar energy is falling, what happens is the electron and hole pairs are generated. Okay, and the electrons and holes will be moving in a particular direction in the external circuit. Particular direction in the external circuit, and when they are flowing through the external circuit, they start conducting, okay, in the batteries which is connected between the two metal layers. Okay, and here you need to mention the solar energy will be traveling, they will be carrying a small packets of energy which is called as a photons. Okay, and this energy, when it is falling on the metal layer, that is PN junction, okay, the electron and hole pairs are generated. Okay, electrons are drifted and collected at the N-type region, and the holes are drifted and collected at the P-type region. And when these two are connected to the conducting device like a battery, the energy will starts storing and will get stored, and this liberated energy can be used for any domestic or any other purposes. A typical, okay, a simple typical solar cell will be generating around 0.5 to 0.6 volts of a direct current. Okay, and the current output now it will be depending on the size of the solar cell. Okay, if we need to produce more and more energies, we can use the solar panels or solar arrays will be there. When we use that, it will be producing large amount of solar energies. Okay, so the current output depends on the size of the solar cell and also the intensity of the sunlight which is striking the surface of the solar cells. And you need to mention here the electromagnetic radiation, that is solar radiation will be traveling in the that equation you should write. Electromagnetic radiation E is equal to hc by lambda. Okay, h is Planck's constant, c is velocity of light, and lambda is wavelength of light. That must be mentioned in the answer. Okay, and this energy, when it is falling on the PN junction, electron and hole pairs are generated, and it is very important to show the movement of the electrons to upper side and the holes to the downside in the diagram. Very important to show the movement of electron and holes in the diagram. Coming to the advantages of the solar cells, they are eco-friendly. Already we discussed in the very first class. They will not corrode. There is no moving part, so there is no wear and tear expenses. Okay, and the recharging is not required, and it works at ambient temperature, and it is economical. Okay, only the initial installation cost is more. Other than that, it is economical, and no other charges will be there. Maintenance will be almost very less. Fine. Coming to the disadvantages, it will be available only during the sunny day. Okay, during night the conversion will be very less, and the installation cost will be very high. Okay, and the PV cells will be generating only the direct current, and suitable devices must be there to convert the direct current into alternate current forms, and it is unavailable during the monsoon seasons. And one more thing is usage of cadmium in certain types of cells. Okay, because cadmium is not eco-friendly or environmental friendly, so it is mentioned in the disadvantages. Fine. So this is about the solar cells. So the key points used here are, what are the PV devices or the solar cells means these are the semiconductor devices which converts solar energy into electrical energy. Presence of two metal layers, that is, one is a metal grid at the top of the cell and the other one is a metal layer at the bottom of the cell. These two are connected to the conducting device like a battery. When energy like solar energy, sunlight energy is falling on the PN junction, electron and hole pairs are generated. They will start moving in a particular direction through the external circuit. When they are moving through the external circuit, the energy starts storing in the devices which are connected to them, that is conducting device like a batteries, it will be stored. Fine. and that can be used for any domestic or any other purposes. Fine. So we'll be meeting with the next topic in the next class. Until then, take care. Bye bye.